Have you ever pondered the reasons that brought this person into your path as your wife? Was it just coincidence, or is there something more profound, directed by the divine? Could it be that your wife is not merely your spouse, but also your karmic lesson and your divine gift? In the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, no relationship is random. Existence forms a network of forces, decisions, and celestial direction. Any meeting, any bond, any love has a mission superior to apparent knowledge. Your woman didn't come just to bring you joy or share a residence. She arrived to revive something in your core, to initiate the karmic dynamics of your past, to collaborate in your development through contentment and tribulations. She represents your mirror, your examination, and your foundation. And periodically, she is the benevolent hand provided by the divine to uphold you when you cannot advance by yourself. This message is about learning to see your partner with the eyes of the soul, to understand why love can be difficult yet profoundly sacred, and to discover how, through her, life shapes your inner evolution. If you have ever realized that your marriage goes beyond emotional ties, that it encompasses learning and secret revelations, then proceed with us on this sacred journey. In this incarnation, and in all past ones, any thought, word, and action registers a memory in your essence. This is the karmic principle. It doesn't represent punishment or prize, but harmony, celestial justice operating discreetly. Following Yogananda's teachings, no spirit comes into your existence accidentally. Every relationship is magnetized according to the energy you specifically manifested. Your companion is not with you randomly. She constitutes a soul whose root met yours in the past. Perhaps you treasured each other, perhaps you damaged one another, or perhaps she was delivered to complete something unresolved. She has returned so that these karmic seeds might blossom into growth, healing, and transformation. Some souls move swiftly through our lives, but a partner is bonded to us deeply, energetically, and sacredly. She reflects your strengths and weaknesses. It's by means of this mirror that karma discloses its mission. Relationships are sacred training grounds for the spirit. Those most beloved to us are usually the ones with whom we carry the most intense karmic bonds. Your partner is part of your soul's pilgrimage back to the Almighty, aiding you in realizing the invisible story of your past conduct. This understanding is the opening step toward a love that is sage and liberating. In the blessed practices of India, the feminine is worshipped as Shakti, the creative energy of existence. Yogananda reminded us that a woman, especially as a wife, is not just a companion, but a living expression of grace. When she arrives in your life through wedlock, she delivers both karmic bond and divine capacity. If a husband perceives her only through the scope of dependency or yearning, he forfeits a wonderful possibility. But if he perceives her with knowledge, as a pathway of the sacred feminine, her presence becomes sanctified. She feeds not just your physical form and feelings, but also your soul. In her grin, you discover tranquility. In her power, you discover bravery. Even in her protests or trials, you uncover hidden wisdom that aids your evolution. Yogananda proclaimed, "When you learn to witness the soul in your partner, you initiate loving with sacred eyes." Your wife is not simply fulfilling worldly duties. Intentionally or unintentionally, she aids you in following your path. She polishes your coarse aspects, moderates your arrogance, and frequently offers more than she gets. When she loves selflessly, she becomes an instrument of divine grace. This compassion is not always tender. At moments it is acute, at moments still, but it is always sacred. Perceive her as greater than a label or position. She is a piece of the divine, presenting briefly as your companion, delivered by the Almighty to raise your essence. When you see her this way, your home becomes a temple and your marriage a path to freedom. Often in marriage we expect only joy, comfort, and companionship. Yet Yogananda tenderly teaches us that real love, like actual spiritual progress, is not always effortless. Your spouse is here not merely to provide pleasure, but to stimulate you through the secret strength of karma. Karma doesn't always come as suffering, nor is it always simple to identify. Sometimes it manifests as emotional battles, returning designs, confusion, or the stress of two natures learning to function as one. Your wife, consciously or not, may trigger emotions, anger, pride, jealousy, insecurity, not because she is wrong, but because your soul is ready to face and transcend them. This is how karma teaches. Yogananda expressed, every obstacle is a trial to empower your spirit. When your partner opposes you, she is not injuring you. She is reflecting something within you that is ready to change. Your patience grows when tested. Your ego softens when humbled. Your love deepens when it survives the storm. Instead of asking, why is she like this? Ask, what is this teaching me? Your marriage is not just personal, it is spiritual. Through your partner, life presents learning bundled in ordinary dialogues, emotional reactions, and silent periods. Resist them and they repeat. Learn from them and they dissolve. This is the blessed choreography of karma, emerging in the protected privacy of your residence. When you start understanding this, you no longer see tensions as obstacles, but as entrances. Your wife becomes not only your partner, but your teacher in disguise. Matrimony is not simply a societal contract. It is not only about sharing a home, raising a family, or fulfilling duties. In its deepest interpretation, partnership is a spiritual workout, a sacred regimen God implements in your life for the progression of your spirit. Yogananda typically expressed that sincere spiritual evolution doesn't occur merely in hollows or temples. It takes place in the tranquil times of routine life, especially within the privacy of wedlock. When two souls link, their vibrations begin integrating. Their behaviors, emotions, and notions affect one another significantly. This proximity, though attractive, delivers vast opportunity for evolution. Through partnership, you are constantly prompted to practice sacrifice, forgiveness, persistence, and understanding, the bases of spiritual existence. Yogananda declared, spiritual development is proven in conduct, and wedlock offers you this proof daily. It is not about being perfect, but about becoming aware, conscious that your responses are your instructors. Your woman is not present to pursue your route or equal your speed. She pursues her own way near you. There are periods when your partner's existence feels like a peaceful medicine for your spirit. When life feels overwhelming, yet a comment, a soft contact, or her peaceful companionship brings serenity to your heart. These are not small gestures. They are glimpses of grace. Compassion often camouflages itself in modest ways. In cuisine, she produces without protest, in the anxiety in her expression, in the request she speaks when you're oblivious. Yogananda taught, Recognize God in those who serve you in small and constant ways. Your spouse may have been delivered not merely to stabilize your karma, but to raise your essence. If she walks with devotion, kindness, and a forgiving heart, she is truly a blessing born of your own spiritual merit. In her being, you acquire both an image and a blessing. She is mercy moving quietly beside you in mortal shape. Now that you have initiated viewing your companion through the vision of karma and compassion, how should you honestly perceive her? The solution is uncomplicated but revolutionary. Gaze beyond the facade. Look beyond physical form, beyond habits, beyond personality. Peer into her spirit. Yogananda expressed that every union is an occasion for liberation, if we are prepared to acknowledge it. Your wife is your karma. She carries echoes of your past, the joys and unfinished lessons that brought your souls together. But she is also your grace, because through her you are given the chance to rise above old patterns and become your highest self. When you switch from "what do I get from this wedlock" to "what is life working to show me through this wedlock," a substantial transformation initiates. You end criticizing, you end manipulating. Instead, you begin to love consciously, with awareness, with reverence. As Yogananda declared, in every essence, recognize the holy. In every difficulty, recognize the hand of the Almighty. When you start to perceive your woman this way, not just as a companion, but as a holy presence in your existence, you find that love, when experienced with insight, becomes freedom, and that union, when lived with recognition, becomes a portal to the Almighty. Dear soul, if you have listened this far, it means something in this message resonated with your heart. Perhaps you have begun to see your wife or partner or even past relationships in a new light. What formerly looked like discord or perplexity may now manifest as holy arrangement, leading your inner expansion. As Paramahansa Yogananda magnificently educated, real love is not of the form, but of the essence. It is met in recognition, in sacrificial provision, and in evolving together toward the glow of God. Until that point, remain tender, stay conscious, and proceed the route with an accepting heart.